Hey there guys, I am Jake, the Offensive Gamer, and this is The Park. I know very little about this game. I saw it on Steam about a week ago or so, and I contacted the developers to see if I could get a Steam key, and they obliged, and basically what I've noticed from the trailers and from what I've seen, it's sort of like a horror genre themed Vanishing of Ethan Carter, a little bit. Like, it's not completely 100% the same, but that's probably the best comparison I can think to give, at least at the moment. For the most part, this is going to be in first person. The character that I am playing is a mother, and she has a child who evidently gets lost in a theme park. That is the furthest extent of knowledge that I have about this game. Obviously, as with all games I do for the channel, there are going to be story spoilers involved, so if you don't want to see that, don't watch the playthrough. It's pretty simple. So, that's all I have to say. Yeah, let's go ahead and get going.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
I'm not entirely sure about the little letterbox there is. It's very small, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. Well, anyway, so I've played like the first minute of the game, just getting an idea of what the performance is like and all of that.
Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Yeah, it seems like you don't really have anyone to tell that to. Oh, no, there's some company cars over here. So, hey, there's that. I suppose. I don't think there's a sprint option in this game. I've kind of exhausted it, and there's not a single button that gets me to go faster, so... Press A to interact with objects in the world. Examine plaque.
This place open. This is his favorite place in the world.
A tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. So it's a rather pretty game. I don't know what the engine was developed on. I probably should have looked that up before I started.
Hey, Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Wait, so if the gates are locked, how did he get in? That doesn't make sense.
Where are you going?
This way, Mommy.
So I was told by the developer that the game is going to be roughly an hour to 2 hours long, depending on how thorough I am in my exploration.
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
Over here.
Welcome to Atlantic Island Park. When I first came to visit Solomon Island, I felt deeply in love with its natural beauty. It's a scenic place, and I created many of my best memories here. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, it's just like a regular flyer. Staff only. Well,
Callum,
I'm not
I told you to
staff
wait in the
and.
car.
Over here.
Okay, kid, got it.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
You know, for someone whose son just went missing, you're not very urgent to find him, and everything's going dark. That's not good. Oh, God. That was very sudden.
Callum, come back here right now! Oh, God. The park. What happened here?
Ah, okay, now I can run. Well, I would imagine bad things happened. Also, I should probably find a flashlight somewhere, because that would be helpful. But yeah, the reason why I mentioned how long the game is, roughly, is dependent on where in the mark between 1 to 2 hours it is. Will kind of depend on whether or not this is just a one-shot sort of thing, where I'm just doing one video on it, or multiple. You'll find out, obviously. Hey, kid, stop being stupid.
Callum? Come back, Callum.
Well, hello there. I don't know what that was all about. Carrie Killian is Satan's whore. Wow, okay. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Is she exclusively Satan's whore, or is she kind of, you know, doling out to everyone that comes by? Because, you know. I probably shouldn't be doing this.
Dark.
Yeah.
I'm not going in there without a flashlight.
This switch of camera actually kind of scared me a bit. Alright, so yeah, there's a limit on how much she can run. That's good to know. Alright, so I think Callum went down this way.
This way.
There you are. Somewhere over there.
Come on, sweetie.
Come on, this way.
What is wrong with this fucking kid? Stupid. You're gonna get yourself killed. This is a horror game. Don't you notice this? God, this kid's dumb. Oh, he lost a shoe. That's not
I think
good.
this belongs to Callum.
Why would he just leave his shoe? It's almost as if he's trying to run away from me. Like, this is like a gravelly road. That's... Don't... God, this kid's dumb.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. That's dark.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
I didn't think I could open that.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
Catch me, Mommy.
I always liked it whenever, you know, if you're in first person, if you look down, you actually see a character model walking. Not a lot of games do that. Outlast did. Not many else I can think of.
What this is.
Purchase the, sorry, the handwriting's kind of small. Purchase the land on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals. Just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the sale here is... but the Excuse me. But the soil here is bitter, with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things, the land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park, the name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Sorry, I know I had a hard time reading that. It's just, it was really small handwriting, and I don't think there is a way for me to...
Callum, stay where you are.
Over here.
This kid's, like, not even responding to me. He just hears noises, and it's like, yeah, I'm here. I don't fuck what you were saying. I'm still going. I don't care about safety.
Don't hide from me, Callum.
Over here.
Yeah, that's not ominous. Yeah, nothing to worry about here.
Callum, stay where you are.
Maybe this is Unreal 3. I'm starting to think that might be the engine. But I could be wrong. Okay, I think I have to get in this, right?
Callum?
No?
Where'd you go?
Oh, there we go. So am I just going on a park ride? Lady, I sure hope your son's in here, because otherwise this is incredibly irresponsible.
Callum, where did you go? Callum, where did you go?
That's creepy.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. "What will become of us?" the woodcutter asked his wife one night. "I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there." "No, my wife, I cannot do that," said the man. "Then we will all 4 starve, you fool." Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. "Do not fret, Gretel," Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Hi. Alright, so that was basically the entire story of Hansel and Gretel. Yeah. I mean, I'll give it credit. Like, I was kind of expecting something to flip me over. That was kind of where I was thinking that was going to head, was, you know, midway through the story, something underwater was going to flip me from the boat, and I was going to have to get out of there in, like, a really dark, cavernous region underwater. That would have been really creepy. But, I mean, you know, a fairy tale works as well, I suppose. But, yeah, okay, so we're going to keep on going.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
Yeah, that's not telling me anything, kid. That's you humming. That means nothing. That was a weird little malfunction.
Accident. This place
Alright. Oh, hey, there's the teddy bear. Alright, read note. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried the customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some... Wait, what? Chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I'm sorry, this is so hard to read. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has all been for nothing. I'm really sorry. It's just the handwriting is so damn small. Can I get the...
Where did you go?
I'm assuming that's his teddy bear, right? I hope they fix that with an update. Provide some sort of subtitle that would be larger. Also, by the way, this game is made on Unreal 4. I thought it was Unreal 3, but it is in fact 4. I'm trying to think of like a good representation, like a comparison of graphically what this game looks like. I'm just having I'm having a hard time coming up with one. Because there are times where certain things like look washed out, but like intentionally so. So it's kind of hard to tell. It definitely reminds me of something though. Oh, we got a ride. This one gonna tell me about the 3 blind mice? By chance?
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Alright, eyewitness report. Witness Norma Creed. I usually like to remember names just in case they come up later. And the sheriff was named Bannerman. Okay. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster. Like you were prey, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy, who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing, wow, with the ice pick, and blood was spraying and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Jesus. Alright, so don't fuck with anybody in suits. Or costumes. I feel like that's a pretty good rule of thumb. Really, just don't fuck with anything in general. I think that's a good policy to maintain.
Callum, where are you?
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Sounds like he's coming from here. I was thinking going to the Ferris wheel, but maybe not.
Hello? Mommy needs to see you, Callum. Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. Lady, your face looks ridiculous in that picture. Were you not expecting it? Oh, I can get on the ride.
I can't get on while it's moving.
One more. There we go. Now let's see what this one does for me. What is going on right now? Alright, going too fast. Holy shit. Alright. Maybe let's go ahead and get off. How does that sound? What was that? It looked like a fucking scarecrow possessed by a demon. Whoa, wait, hold a sec. I saw something in there. There was most definitely something in here. I think it was the same guy. Alright, yeah, that was creepy. Okay, let's,
Callum! Where did you go? Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
I'm starting to wonder if this game's going to be set up similar to Colot, where it's like I just walk around this entire park until I've seen everything and then the game's over. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's scoot in really close to the monitor. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve. See? Even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local luscious Chad, the chipmunk. Child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's diner, still wearing it. It wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the Sick-Oil station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me. Sizing me up. Eye-fucking me. Whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. Probably the right move, because apparently, Chad or Steve, whatever the fuck you want to call him, ended up killing someone. Holy shit, okay. How could I not see that coming? There's somebody in there. I don't think I can get in, though.
Come back.
Alright, there's some, like, sort of... Okay, so this is the end of the wall right here. Alright, it's too dark. I can't see anything. We're gonna keep going.
Stop, Callum!
So I'm guessing the implication here is that the chipmunk suit is demonic, or it can, like, possess people, whoever's inside of it. Sounds kind of like a Goosebumps story. Not in a bad way. I think that's kind of cool, but, you know.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Like, purposefully cheesy, in a way. Well then. Wonder what that's all about.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Yeah, at this point I would stop being so sweet to him, being like, come here, Callum. It's like, Callum, get the fuck over here. Weird stuff is happening. We're leaving. It's not a choice anymore. Hey, what do I know?
Callum!
Oh, is he off in the distance or something? I was thinking maybe I could play bumper cars, but I suppose not. Wait, is there a way to exit here? There's probably something further up. Alright, dissuade them. They have sent an inspector to investigate the accidents at the park. I've given him the grand tour and spoken about all of our safety upgrades, but he seems unconvinced. In this case, the park itself is working against me. This dour man has become more and more intractable? Alright, intractable the more time he spends in the park. I've offered to pay for his stay in the Overlook Hotel to get him out of here. It seems to have made him even more paranoid. I don't think this man is going to allow my park to stay open. This is a disaster for my ultimate goals. Your ultimate goals, you say? Sounds nefarious. Wow. I can't get down here? Well, shit. Is there another way? There's gotta be something else. Huh. There has to be something. Oh, maybe over here. No? Well, there's like a...
Callum?
Yeah, there's a note. Maybe that'll do something for me.
I wonder what this is.
Alright, when Nathaniel Winter, a billionaire mogul, announced his intention to build an amusement park on the fog-shrouded shores of Solomon Island off the coast of New England, there were sniggers up and down Wall Street. Winter, who made his fortune through a series of savvy investments during the post-war boom, has long been considered an eccentric but brilliant man. His passion for this New England region has always been at the forefront of his investment portfolio. With him pouring funds into local businesses, small and large, In general, his business sense and investments have paid off, and due to his generosity, Winter enjoys a friendly relationship with the governor and other key political figures. So why, with a track record like this, are the Wall Street wizards shaking their heads? At first glance, Solomon Island is an odd choice, a tiny town called Kingsmouth? Is that what it said? Yeah, okay, Kingsmouth. With a sleepy main street, a preppy academy for dropouts from Boston, a lighthouse that is already in the process of being automated, and a belligerent tribe of natives who were very recently involved in a dispute over the Blue Ridge mines. It doesn't make sense, one commentator pointed out. New England is a very short summer this far north, and the number of visitors to Solomon Island per season are limited. I don't know how he expects to turn a profit, but others have far more faith in Winter. Under condition of anonymity, an engineer who has seen the plans for park notes several anomalies. He's digging far deeper than is needed for an amusement park, including several underground chambers which are too small to house machinery. If you ask me, the old man is looking for something buried beneath the island itself. Could this be the real reason that the eccentric businessman has relocated to this remote northern island? Is this corporate misdirection of the highest order by a crafty entrepreneur? With the disputes over the Blue Ridge mine with the native population ongoing, there is definitely something buried beneath Solomon Island. Perhaps Nathaniel Winter is going to surprise us all. I am so sorry. I know that that's probably really annoying for people, that like I'm having so many slip-ups with reading, but I mean, I've already said it. I'm not going to keep saying it.
Come back, Callum.
But it is a major factor. I can't imagine, I cannot imagine the Steam page is not, like, just losing their fucking minds over that. Okay, I'm pretty sure there is no, like, possible way that I can get over there, but we're just gonna look a little bit more. Because there might be something.
Come out, sweetie.
Oh, there's something over here.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
This one? Oh, accident report. Alright, Francis Dufresne, October 25th, 1978. He is a laborer working on the crane. Blah, blah, blah. Brief description of the accident, incident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Francis was killed. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Yes. Compensation for him? Yes. All right. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. So I guess they think that he took drugs or something and that he's just hallucinating. What could have been done to prevent this accident from happening? Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screening of all drivers. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No, they have not. Whoa. Uh-oh, I can't move. Oh, goody. Well, that makes my job easier. Nothing?
Stay where you are.
Let's just keep going up then. Oh, we're going to the Ferris wheel. We are going to the Ferris wheel. This is happening.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff. Mommy is coming, Callum!
Yay, more reading. Alright, continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales every time a... What does it say? Every time a bolt? I think that's what it says. Okay, every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here. It makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. I'm just going to press a few buttons to see if there's anything. We'll zoom this in, because there's got to be. Well, there is absolutely nothing. Alright.
Callum, where did you go?
Ooh. We can get on the ride.
Where are you? Callum!
Jason!
Callum! Tell Mommy where you are!
I don't think he will.
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
State Bureau of Fair Rights Inspection, 1980. Close the park, it's unsafe. Inspector's comments: after touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate those flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. There's a family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed, 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. Yeah, I had a little situation with that one too. 3 suicides, quote-unquote, from the top of the Ferris wheel. Well, that's going to be interesting to interact with. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of a drowning in the Tuttle of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents means that it is my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Park be closed immediately. David Walseth. See, that was easier to read. And consequently, it was also a lot quicker. Slow down. No?
Stay where you are!
There we go. Let's see what it has in store for us. Oh, hey, there's the guy. I remember there was this sort of, not really a flash game, but sort of a flash game on adultswim.com like years ago. I'm talking like back 2007 or something like that, called Orphan Feast. I don't know if any of you ever played it, but that monster really reminds me of it.
Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
I think most people die for no reason. Yeah. Just, you know, obviously people who are murdered die for a reason, but anybody else, it's kind of just random. Dude, you're fucking weird looking. You look like an identical copy of Orphan Feast. Or the Baron from Orphan Feast, whatever his name was. The guy who would go around stealing children and put them in sacks to eat him. But yeah, I think it's the top hat, along with the clothes. Really just the everything. It just looks like the monster from Orphan Feast. This is not the right way. God damn it. Okay, so which way do we go? Alright, so where are we currently? We're on the Ferris wheel. If we go that way, I think that way, we go back to the Octotron. This way is the roller coaster. So, wait, hold up a sec. Wow, we have actually gone through almost everything now. There's the Tunnel of Tales. There's the Octotron. There's the bumper cars. So really we have the roller coaster, the Sideshow Alley, and House of Horrors, and that's everything. So we just finished the Ferris wheel. Wow, okay. I mean, I could be wrong, but it seems like we're almost halfway through the game. Alright, guys. We be accomplishing shit.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, this kid's a lost cause. At this point, I would just be like, screw it. There's some weird dude with a top hat who probably wants to kill you, so I'm just going to start over on the whole family thing. That's disconcerting. Well, at least it's not burning me. Oh, that's nice. Wow, that's convenient. There's a lot of convenient circumstances happening all at once. I love it. What's that? No, it's just a napkin or something. Alright, so I have a roller coaster ticket. That's good. Means I can take the roller coaster.
A lot of
I know,
people
crazy,
idolize
right?
their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people!
Wow.
You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Wow. I mean, I know I kind of just said the exact same thing up there, but it's a little bit more fucked up coming from her. But yeah, that whole choice supportive bias thing, I have a strange relation to that, you know, being a YouTuber that is geared towards games. I encounter a lot of that on a day-to-day basis whenever I don't like something. The whole idea of, like, I made this choice. I clearly can't be wrong. I can never make a mistake.
Never got around to do it before.
Yeah, because you're a kid, right? Stupid Callum. That idiot kid being born and whatnot. What an asshole, right? He should have just, like, not come out of the womb. He knew what he was doing, ruining this woman's life. My God. Hey there, buddy.
What do you want?
We need to talk.
Whoa, what the
Callum.
fuck?
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is?
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
You know, maybe instead of leaving breadcrumbs, if you just, like, stopped, that would have been a better idea, in my opinion. Uh-oh. I don't know what that said. Something about gravity, it looked like. Taste your dreams. Oh no! Oh my God. Alright, can I get off now, please? Please. Let me off. Also, it's very dark, so I'm probably gonna have to up the gamma. Here, let me go and do that right now. Alright, I went ahead and turned up the gamma a little bit. I didn't want to turn it too high, because then it kind of grays out everything, and it actually ends up looking worse. But, yeah, hopefully it's not too dark. I'm sorry if it is. Yes!
The witch awaits.
Flashlight?
This isn't a game, Callum!
No.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Okay, so it's not, like, optional. I can't really just use the flashlight whenever I want. I guess it'll come up whenever I'm in, like, a really dark place.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him!
Yeah, probably you.
I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
It sounds like he's probably just terrified of you. Sounds like the most likely reason why he'd run away, because this woman is clearly a little fucked up.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in park goer's mouth. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. That's just fantastic. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy. Ah, okay, I gotcha. Who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owners of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on this story going forward. Ugh, what the fuck is that noise? Guess it's just crows. Wait, there was...
Come back!
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, here's the cotton candy stand.
I can help you, Callum. Callum, where are you? Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Oh, alright. Oh, there was going to be more to it.
Callum? Callum?
Whoa, okay. I knew the second I was backing up and I wasn't really moving that there was something there. Goddamn squirrel.
I can help you, Callum. These are mine.
Uh-oh. So we're hallucinating, I guess. Fat pig, but his daughter is hot. I can taste your dreams, which was also in the hospital door during the roller coaster ride. Fear the boogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. What? Don't believe anything they tell you.
Forgive me, Callum.
Oh, hey there. Okay. That way? Stupid teddy. I probably have to walk through them. Yeah, okay. I thought so.
Don't touch me.
Future Times by Laurel and Howdy. I think is that what it... Yeah, I think that's what it says. Belly button is the signature of your personal creator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness, made omniscient by broken fires in the coastal strain. We don't believe that the earth belongs to battered goats and shamrock afterbirth. What the fuck does this mean? Only the truly naked wrens of righteous indignation are severed by war-crossed cleavages in the trust exercise arrhythmia. Okay, so this is just like nonsense, right? Yeah, I don't understand any of that shit. And he's gone. Alright then. Ah, so she's a cutter. Okay.
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Alright, so this is the last place then. Okay. This should be interesting. Alright, Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of townfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools scared of what they don't understand. My machines be silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I must think, and it ends. So, there was something before it and something after it. So it's just like a portion of a note. Maybe there's like the other 2/3 are further in.
Show yourself.
Damn it, kid. Oh, more mirrors. That's nice. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of mirrors.
Yourself.
Whoa, okay. Shit. Yeah, real funny asshole.
Give it to me.
Wait.
What have you done with
No.
him?
Alright, there's nothing. A minotaur?
Don't leave me.
Looks like a minotaur. Sort of.
Don't leave me.
So she's just kind of thinking these things then? Not actually saying them? Jump scare? No? Okay. I was expecting a jump scare right there. Hey there! What's up, buddy?
I'm a horrible mother. Where is he?
Yeah, well, we can agree on that. No! Fuck you! Yeah, okay. I don't know why I did it.
Stop! Show yourself.
Holy shit. God damn it, kid. She is losing her mind. Nice. That guy just looks like a Victorian, like, baron. Or something.
Who was that?
Wait. No, that's not where it came from. I think I just went in circles for a second. Nah, this is new.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Alright, calm down. Nothing in here.
Where is my boy?
Why do you care? Thought he ruined your life or something. Oh. Whoa. I knew that was happening too. God damn it. It is so easy to startle me. I swear to God. Like, I'll see something coming and I'll still freak out like a bitch. Oh, something. There's a thing. Incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as a random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with its intended function. It's as though the very air is in this place is corrupting the power even as I collect it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. The part where he went on a murdering rampage, or that he doesn't work for you anymore. I'm just guessing that's written by Winters. Which I think is a fair assessment. Whoa, God, fuck you. Shut up. God. Oh, that's not ominous. Yeah. I gotta say, Unreal 4, it's kind of taxing on the graphics card in terms of how high the temperatures are. I hope, like, as time goes on, that can be refined somewhat. But the lighting effects are very, very nice.
Please, make me see.
Oh, downstairs. Always good in a horror game. Locked. Jump scare? No? Great.
Leave me alone!
Nightmare Circus. The circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of by an enraged mob of townsfolk. There we go. Just as he shouts out a curse, now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Alright, disconnect notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been disconnected or will be disconnected shortly. Please do the following. 1. Make the payment listed on your last bill. Contact us on that number and we can arrange a payment plan so that you can immediately be reconnected. 2. If you believe that this is in error, call us and discuss your options. 3. If you are unable to make payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a placement for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal. Don't face it without electricity. Cool. Hey, it's a teddy bear. Guess it's not the right teddy bear. Hunger. A shocking true story. On April 16th, 1846, a group of covered wagons began the 2,500-mile journey to California. Just 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains with very little to bite or sup. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of westward migration. that the world had ever seen. Now, our panel of Donner experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. That's fucked up. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brothers and sisters in order to survive, all here in the pages of this shocking true story. Well, I don't really need to now. I kind of know everything that happened. A hat. Good to know. A Rubik's Cube.
Leave me alone.
I love you from Callum. Isn't that nice? The wilting. With this novel, Susan Cements replaces one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation. A solar flare has struck the Earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. And an exotic dancer named Chance O'Hara is the key to saving the world again.
What have you done with them?
Okay. There's something at the top. There was something at the top left. I think it's a shopping list. Oh, there it is. Drop off Callum, electricity bill, fix faucet. So is this like their home then? It's just like really shitty. Why do I need to examine the wrench? Alright, so basically the point of this whole story is that this woman is an unfit mother. I think that's what I'm gathering from it.
Don't make me look at it.
What? Look at what? Alright, Miss Mallard, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health, blah, blah, blah. What? Alright. Let me... excuse me. Alright. I had to move a little bit. Lorraine, I received your letter, and I am quite surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then, when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regret the years that I wasted with him. Jesus. All right, I loved you. I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open something wounds. Oh, picking open old wounds, excuse me. I'm sorry, Lorraine, I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again, Karen. What a shitty mom. Just this entire story is just about shitty mothers, like in general. Okay. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. What? What? Alright, to be fair, it was the 70s. Did they still do that in the 70s? That can't be real. Like, that can't be, like, authentic, right? Like, I mean, I think that they did that back in, like, the 40s and 50s. Maybe. I don't know. All right, I'll buy it. I don't know, so I'll buy it. Weekly follow-up with the local physician, blah, blah, blah. All right, Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who... I keep on going between Calum and Callum. I need to stick to one. Who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation and depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her, and as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication, we have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing, and her employer, Susie, has said that she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, a local woman, has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Medication instructions, a prescription for Zoloft, I think that's what it says. Basically Zoloft. Can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She's been advised to start with a 50 milligram dose and then, based on the advice of her doctor, to increase the medication as needed. Jesus. Okay. Miss Mallard, our inquiry into the state of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. So this is her husband or boyfriend, whatever it was. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of this estate, including his life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son, Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the money from Donald's estate. Wow, they are assholes. They've asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that I am not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. Jesus Christ. So they're like, you get no money, fuck you. And also, you owe us money now. We're evil, see? Somebody's quacking. Alright, same room. So, pills. Got it. Same book. Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment. I know I want to try and explain it. I think it is because I am so far from home and I'm working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse, like a spring inside me, or a spring inside my mind, winding tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh, and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind, but when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy and Emma if it is a girl. I can't read that one.
Horrible mother. Where is he?
Uh-oh. Oh, hey, kid. Hey. Little bastard, open the door.
Don't make me look at it.
Is there blood? I can't tell. That light's on now. Wasn't on before. I don't think, at least. Can I read now? that cool? Okay, cool. Alright, Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm quite surprised you ran off with your father. Okay. I didn't run away. Dad took me. Ah. Oh. Got it. So, she was being, like, basically sexually assaulted by her father. Well, I don't know. Maybe that conclusion isn't fair. I don't know. No matter what, she didn't want to go. And her mother doesn't know that. Okay, well, regardless, her mother's still a shitty person, no matter what. But whatever. Thank you, William, for the new watch. It is very nice. It has made me a happy carrot. Who the fuck is... Wait, who's William? Who's William? I can't remember who William is. Oh, well. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing. More downstairs. Oh, things are not in good shape.
Who was that? Please, don't make me see.
Remember, more pills. Tickets to Atlantic Island Park. Zolit prescriptions. So she hasn't been taking her meds, basically.
Don't leave me.
Jesus Christ. Well, hey, at least I don't have to open the door myself now. Oh, we got a little drawing. Isn't that cute? Except not at all. That's terrible. Okay. I don't know why I'm expecting these doors to open. They never do. Wow, alright, nice. Nice. Wait. A boogeyman goes a walking, sneaking, stealing a stalking. Is he really talking? Now is not the time for balking. Cerebral cortex win. So this is her with Dawn. My best friends, Dawn and Laura. Who's the guy who took the picture? Oh no. Remember, you are alone. Nobody loves you. Callum is no longer mine. He once was. Or, sorry, Callum is no longer who he once was. Oh, we got 2 fridges. Whoa. Oh. The ice pick. Is it insinuating that I'm... She killed Callum. Okay. I feel like the game is insinuating that I'm the squirrel. So the ice pick is here. But they said it was Steve who did it, right? I'm kind of confused, to be honest. I'm also feeling like she may have killed Callum. But I'm not really sure. Miss Mallard, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you to be batshit fucking insane. Let's be clear, you are in no way sound of mind and body, and you are a danger to everybody around you. Please note that your only escape from this should be drugs. A shitload of them. Smoking, snoring, oral, intravenous. Take them any way you can, as often as you can. That shit can only make your life better. In case there was any doubt, you are suffering a relapse and nobody really cares. Nobody can help you now. Don't fuck this up, Dr. Spock. Ah. Baby with a bottle of beer, it looked like. Thank you, William, for the new watch. Okay, happy carrot. I feel like this is kind of a PT sort of deal going on. This is really, really reminding me of PT. Though I'm not really sure if I think some people might feel like this is a rip-off. I'm not really sure I would say that. It does have that same sort of deal going on, but it does seem to be doing different things with it to some extent. The woodcutter is dead. The witch always wins. The woodcutter is dead. All here in the pages of this broken story. The killing, a son will be devoured. All the cattle will be enslaved. The shadows lies on your future, our domination. If you listen, Lorraine, you are a key to damning the world. Oh no. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? The history of Solomon Island. You will watch me rot.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time, before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch, but
aren't I?
Kids broke in today. It has been so long since I heard laughter. So very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast. The others didn't notice. I liked having him, or hearing him laugh. This boy from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, whirring in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. So Callum isn't actually her kid, is he? I'm getting some Jeepers Creepers vibes right now.
What have you done with them? I'm a horrible mother. Where is he? Stop!
Yeah, that one, right? I was thinking I could pull it. Maybe not. Oh, okay, it's in here. Hansel and Gretel.
Callum. Callum! Callum. Callum. Callum!
She killed Steve and took his costume.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Alright, so that was the end to the park. Yeah, okay, so I have some pretty mixed feelings about this game. Okay, so for one, before I get into actually how I feel about everything, my interpretation of exactly what they're saying, I'm not exactly certain of what, like, the interpretation is supposed to be, as to whether or not she, you know, has been killing all these people, and she's actually like a serial killer. Like, we saw those people hanging in her apartment. You know, that she killed Steven and then took his squirrel costume, and now she would never speak. And everybody thought it was still Steven, but, you know, like, I was thinking it was like some sort of demonic thing, but it was really probably just her having killed the kid and then took the costume and just insisted on wearing it everywhere so nobody ever figured out who it actually was. She used that as an excuse to kill other people at the park, and then eventually this kid, Callum, who may be her son. I'm guessing it's her son, judging by that last little bit there. I don't know. I'm just kind of watching this to see if there's going to be anything else. Okay. So, the alternative possibility is that it's purely just her having these immense hallucinations, and her not really being able to handle it, because she's not taking her medication. I'm not really sure which way they're going with that, but regardless, they're using the whole mental illness thing as a crutch, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I used to not really care, and it's still not like one of those things where I'm like, oh, it's damaging to people with mental illness, which it potentially is, but it more so has to do with, like, I've seen that story so many times that I have a hard time really ever feeling anything about it anymore, just because it's so often, you know, something that's used. Now, going on to the actual game itself and how I felt about the game, aside from just the story, I'd say going throughout the actual theme park, I'm not going to say I was bored. I was more so just kind of like, alright, so yeah, this is basically like Colot in a theme park. Where things really started to pick up and where I started to really enjoy it was the sort of PT homage, if you could put it that way. Some people will probably call it a ripoff. I'm not really sure. I'm probably somewhere in the middle. I liked it. I enjoyed it. That's for sure. I enjoyed that last bit. I thought it was intense. I thought it was interesting. I was curious as to how everything was going to change every single time I went through the rooms. And I don't know. I just thought it was kind of neat. I really liked the design of the whatever the hell that thing is. I kept on calling him Orphan Feast, just because that's what he reminded me of, but the guy with the top hat and the creepy looking sort of deal, I liked the design of him. I thought that was a really neat looking sort of thing. Looked kind of like early version of Scarecrow from Batman the Animated Series. A little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. But in general, I felt like the theming of this game was kind of neat. I liked it. I felt like it was very sort of Halloween vibe, kind of Goosebumps and, you know, Are You Afraid of the Dark sort of stuff, which I'm a big fan of. I really like the sort of feel of that. I don't feel like the game completely took itself seriously. I could be wrong about that, but it felt as though every once in a while it'd kind of give you a little bit of a wink, because, I'll be honest, I didn't really find the game all that particularly scary. Like I said, at the end, I thought it was intense. I definitely thought it was intense. I wouldn't say I was really scared, more so just interested in the subject matter they were displaying. So I don't really know how I feel about the game, quite honestly. I liked some parts. I thought some parts weren't so great. I don't know. I was just kind of in the middle a little bit. But definitely didn't think it was bad. Just didn't think it was amazing either. Somewhere in the middle, like I said. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm probably going to go ahead and make this one full video. How long has it been? It's probably been around an hour and a half or so, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and post this in one full video, because why not? And just put in the short indie playthrough stuff. So yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys think about the game in the comments. Feel free to give me your opinions on what you think, whether you liked it, whether you hated it, whether it was somewhere in between like me. I'd be curious to see. And yeah, that's about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. I guess the keyword there being accidentally. Oh, not the wrench, the lighter. There's a lighter there, wasn't there? Whitish. fucking shit.